you're chief product officer, and I don't know that a lot of people really understand what that is. It's kind of the dark arts of marketing and exploration, but it sits at the heart of that product market fit.
Yeah.
So maybe you can talk a little bit about either your journey on that or kind of how you execute it now.
Yeah. I mean, in the startup world, like we all know, you wear many different hats. Essentially, for my role is I kind of own the product, the roadmap, et cetera, but I go beyond that. You think about the strategy, the innovation side, the enterprise view of the company, and then also the product. I think that's where Ryan and I, as co-founders, do really well, is because he is an amazing leader, amazing storyteller, and a great visionary. He's also very optimistic. I'm on the realist side, so we go back and forth.
I know she didn't say pessimist. You said realist.
He's called me other things. I'm not going to say it right now. But that's where I think we do really well, because we've worked together so long, and we can have debates, we can have honest conversations on what should be done and what shouldn't be done, and we'll always come to an agreement. So in my role, it's kind of pushing the product forward, especially from like when I have like Ryan or the go-to-market team being like, hey, I'm hearing this in the market, or this would be really cool if we could talk about this, or like bump it up. But then in reality, I kind of come back and like, it's not the most important thing right now. So the biggest part for my role as a CPO is to maintain the product, make sure that we're going in the right direction, and ensure that we're building the right things while digesting all of that user feedback, as well as pushing innovation forward. Yeah,
I think what's really interesting too, and I love the way you laid it out, is that innovating in the construction space is tough. Like I knew Josh with Tool Belt, a local successful company. We helped get them into market, right? The technology and stuff like that. The construction industry, you're dealing with flip phones, right? These guys are not, they don't want this stuff. But they're not leaning into it, right? But you're fixing a huge problem for them that comes fixing their problem, but it also, I think the vision and roadmap of the downstream, I think is what I don't know that I've seen before. Yeah. And I think it's powerful.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. There's two parts to that. One is like the long-term vision of what we have at Digs, like that is our ultimate goal in reality. Like we want to get to that point. We started in the build world because we were trying to think of the easiest way on how to get that information for our homeowners. And it starts at the build, because that's where all the information is captured. Right. As regards to kind of, we always say we don't want to change the way that the workflow is today for builders. There are some builders out there that they know that they need to enhance it, and they just accept it and they just do it. Then there are builders or contractors that literally have been like, I have a flip phone, I'm not using this. Like this person's going to use it for me. 2 weeks later, the person that says that is actually using Digs. Nice. So we do run into that. But we really focus on our product from a ease of use. And really focus on the usability and how easy it is for our users to use it. Because if it's not easy, they're not going to use it. Yeah.
I think it's an outside perception, but I think when you talk about disruption, there's generally a market leader or an entrenched somebody. There's a loser in the equation, right? If you're innovating a market, the established company is in. Do you find, is that a case? Is there, Eagle View software is one piece, but that's all construction, but not the same. So
so I mean, one of the kind of, as I mentioned, one of the first things that Ryan and I agreed to was we don't want to be a project management software. It's a saturated market. There you have Procore, you have Buildertrend, you have Bluebeam. I mean, you have Microsoft Project as a scheduling platform. So we didn't want to do that. We wanted to complement them, and so that's where we really focused on that customer experience across the board. And so in our world, it would really be, if somebody was to look at, like if we were to take a user from somebody else, it's like a Buildertrend, it's a Procore. However, we don't want to do that because we want to partner with them and just seamlessly integrate with those platforms, so then you can have that same experience. There are some other companies out there that just focus on the homeowner aspect of storing that information, but a lot of it in today's world is very manual. And that's where we're really trying to automate that process.